one.
Good afternoon, evening, and or morning. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I am Jackson McKenzie.
And I'm Duhad.
And we're here to bring you more StarCraft 2 action from our good friend Miro. Miro, you want to get in on the casting with this one?
Absolutely.
Alrighty. Let's hop right into the game. Got another TVP on Waystation. Miro, this was a ladder game, you said?
This was indeed a ladder game.
Okay.
I actually don't know what happens with this one. From memory, it was a short spawn, but that's about all I can tell you.
You're playing against a Silver League player?
No, that's Platinum, actually.
Oh, that's Platinum. Okay.
Oh.
You can tell how much I play on the ladder. Alrighty, spawning in the...
Silver is a darker tint, yes.
Spawning in the upper right-hand corner. On the short spawn on Waystation, we have the Protoss in red. It is eXit.
And spawning down on the opposite side, I'm kind of used to you introducing Miro. Spawning down at the bottom in blue is our good friend SFP Miro, playing as Terran.
Miro, can you give us your thoughts on the short spawn on Waystation?
I was actually surprised at the distance that your spawn was, because at first sight over the top, it's like from the top down view, it's not a particularly large spawn, but granted, it's still not a particularly large spawn distance. But
and
given
nice
the
little...
relative size of the long wire spawn, the short spawn is actually pretty far apart.
Okay, so it's not like this crazy short rush distance that we were originally talking about.
It's not like crazy short like Steps of War used to be. That was a long ago Wings of Liberty map.
Gotcha. All right, so we got a scouting probe just kind of hanging out at the entrance to Miro's base.
Actually throws in a nice little have fun, nice friendly gesture. Always nice to see.
Well, their boss did the same thing, and then we saw how that turned out.
Yeah, that turned into BM, didn't it?
Yeah.
This is very true. If you haven't seen that replay already, go and watch it. It's... yeah.
And
so
eXit
anyway,
throwing down a pylon to block the expansion. A
nice
little bit of cheek there.
Fully...
The
goes down.
pylon, I was surprised actually that he did that, because that's kind of an interesting place to put a pylon. At the time I was thinking, oh, maybe he's gonna cannon rush me with the pylon down there, because I saw his probe go off, but I didn't see the pylon go down until like SCV followed up.
Yeah, I mean, it seems to me like
judging by what he's doing in his base though, given that it's one gas and he's only got one on the gas, I'd say it would be a next one gate expand. Oh, take that back.
So we've got a
Let's just put down a
Cybercore
second
gateway
gas.
play, double gas for the Protoss.
Yes.
And Miro not going with his typical Reaper opening. And once again, you know, I noticed, Miro, that you threw out the SCV scout. Sort of watch for that
Indeed, well spotted.
potential early expansion, which doesn't look like we're seeing here.
Have a relatively slower start to this game compared with some of the other ones we've seen, which is nice. You know, both players sitting down, not really expanding aggressively, not really building up a huge rush army.
Yeah, that pylon has already been taken out by the mining lasers of Miro's SCVs,
And with a little help from their friends, the Marine.
Are they lasers or drills? I'm not sure. I thought they were drills.
I believe they're...
could be either.
drills?
I don't know.
I mean, the
You've
art
got
kind of
drills
implies
and
they're
claws
drills.
and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
It's entirely possible that instead of having like a diamond tip on the drill, they have like a laser tip or something.
Yeah, and I always see, like, I tend to think of them as lasers because you always see the blue sparks.
Right.
But that could just be, you know, the sort of grindy stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
So it appears that eXit is going to put his Nexus down because he just banked around 400 minerals.
And there goes the
it
Nexus.
goes.
No either player doing anything too crazy right now. Nice, simple game. Like it. We get the Mothership Core popping out at the 6-minute mark, or just under.
Oh, meanwhile, we have an early push coming out on the other
Yep.
end.
So we do. So we do.
Widow Mines and Marines right across the map. Now we saw this work out surprisingly well last time. A little bit of poor control on Widow Mines lost. Oh, they're going out a little bit far, and
Yeah. Falling back on the
Miro
Marines.
going to lose
Okay.
a...
Okay. So he seems to be losing one Widow Mine and Burr is the other. And Miro, in the last game that we casted, we saw you move out with 6 Marines and 2 Widow Mines against a much
Second win by
earlier
Duhad.
Nexus. This was with 4
Yes.
Marines and 2 Widow Mines against a later Nexus. What was your thought process there?
That was actually just a blatant mistake that wasn't supposed to happen.
Okay.
It should have been a 6 Marine push out.
Okay. All right.
with
We've got
2
a
Widow
drop
Mines.
in the back of the natural from Miro.
Unfortunately, he loses both Widow Mines in the previous assault. Let's see if these ones do a little bit better. There's Marine goes
And
down,
he
but
gets the Widow
Mine
Mine
is not a stalker.
burrowed, takes out a Stalker. That Widow Mine just paid for itself, I believe.
It did
Excellent.
indeed, yes. 2 supply for 2 supply.
And still got that Widow Mine burrowed there.
Ooh, very nasty attack at the main mineral line. It's cleaned up a little bit by...
Well, good job by Miro for pulling out before things got too nasty. Get in, do the damage, get out. Don't waste the strike force.
and the,
Kills 3
ooh.
workers.
Oh,
He's going
2
back
probes.
in and did that.
Nice.
That Widow Mine did just get another 2 kills. So that makes 5 probes killed
Yep.
now.
Yep,
And drop
very,
coming in again in the back of the main mineral line. Gets another probe.
right now we're at 4
Is that
probe
Mothership Core going to go down? Yes, it is. Mothership Core goes down. The Medevac does go down as well. So the strike team is gonna
9,
die,
10.
but a lot of
10 probes killed.
some good damage there, done by Miro.
Yeah, actually, that was very good.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, back at home, he's
Yeah, the second base goes
bunkering
down.
up. He's got clearly expecting some sort of pressure as the result of this.
Yeah,
Given that
and
X was moving out on the
a
map
good
with all
read
of the
because here come the
that's a
stalkers.
good- Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a good thing to do. It's a smart read.
yeah. Miro, one thing that I've noticed in the time that I've been watching your games is that you've gotten better at preserving your drop teams, and keeping them alive for longer. So it's I like to see that that sort of play from you because you've always been very good with your being aggressive and being mobile with the drops, but you haven't always been the best at keeping your drop teams alive and doing damage. So it's good to see you improving there.
Ooh, over...
The teams themselves aren't necessarily that important unless it's something like a Doom drop. It's the medevacs that are
probe?
more worrying than anything else.
So...
That Widow Mine now has 5 kills.
Yep.
Yeah, the
probes.
Widow Mine back at the Nexus, it finally gets cleaned
Yeah.
up, but clears out the entire natural of eXit, up to the 11-minute mark. That is amazing. Really, really unfortunate for eXit there.
Yeah, eXit is on equal probe count or equal worker count, I should say, with Miro at this point. 33 to
As a Protoss,
32,
that's not something you
and
ever
with
want to do.
the addition of mules for Miro, we've got a definite economic advantage for the Terran player.
Not to mention the fact that eXit invested in that natural far earlier and has been getting a lot less of a value out of it
Yeah.
than he definitely wanted. This is unfortunate.
Yeah. Here comes a Marine Marauder mine push by Miro.
It is going to be spotted by this observer.
Yep. Observers
But-
trailing this quite well.
I think eXit has enough to clean this this attack up, but let's see what happens. Ooh,
Oh, those force fields. Ouch.
and he takes out the Widow Mine, gets a couple of Marines. Not
Good
not
good
nice.
Widow Mine hit there, but
no
don't know if
solid-
that's going to be quite enough.
No.
Both the observers go down though. Steam has just finished, so
Exit-
that'll actually.
driven back, which given
It-
how strong that beginning of that battle was for him, that is Not something he was hoping for.
Yeah, I'm surprised at
I think he was more falling back
fact
on his
that it didn't
reinforcements. He
quite
does
go
clean
his
up that
way.
push.
Still, those were some heavy losses, and given the advantage he had in tech, in unit, like in the number of units he had, he probably should have been able to clean that up, and he's got to be kicking himself for.
Yeah, I would
having gained so
I would
much.
count that engagement as an advantage, Miro. Despite the fact that Miro's attack force did get cleaned up.
I would definitely agree, because it took out a lot of both supply and income worth. Not income, but both supply and, well, expense worth of units.
Yeah.
The least of which was the two
Excellent.
observers that he had floating
Ooh,
around, and
throwing
most
down
all of the
another-
stalkers that weren't warped in.
Throwing down another 2 gateways and a forge, eXit decides that he is no longer going to be able to work on 4 Nexus alone. Really pushing up. Decided that he's been, forced back into a corner for too long. Gonna try and push at it.
We've got
Let's see
2-2
how this
coming out
works.
for Miro. And
As far as timings go, that forge is incredibly late,
Yeah.
and he's a set of upgrades behind already. On top of that, we've got a Ghost Academy coming up. That's something you don't always see from me.
yeah,
Ooh.
got a third command
I
center on the
remember
way
some of your
for
last casts,
Miro.
You continually berated me on my lack of Ghost. It was rather amusing. I can't,
Well, because you were facing
say
High
I'm
Templars
surprised.
in that
exactly.
cast.
Third
But
base
regardless,
going
against
down.
Protoss, Ghosts are not a thing that you should forget.
This attack here from eXit is looking pretty strong. Miro supply blocked.
And eXit
At
building a
the
third base
worst
behind
possible
him.
time he could be. That said, he still does have the bunkers up, so
Yeah. Yeah, he's in a fairly strong
That's-
defensive
that is
position.
something he's going
Third
with.
command center is about to finish for Miro.
Ooh, eXit needs to attack now because
Yeah.
2-2 is on the way, and he has not got 1-1 yet.
Yeah, this is
cloaking is on the way
yeah
too.
this is a good timing or a good time for eXit to be attacking. He's attacking into the teeth of some pretty powerful defenses, but his army strength is quite high.
Ooh, it is disappearing quickly though.
That SCV pull on the bunkers made a really big difference.
Yeah, yeah, it
Those
did.
have gone down. I'm pretty
Immortal-
sure the game would be over now.
Moral's very good at punching through these walls, but there's just so much here. And again,
Indeed, yeah.
Yeah.
Miro
Focusing
is
down the bunkers. Oh, there we go.
oh, and only a few seconds left before 2-2. Exit needs to push
Yeah,
through
that
now.
SCV pull, again, very well timed.
I'm
And-
rather surprised the fact that he didn't have any sentries with this push, because then you could force field out the SCVs from
Yeah.
their repair, and you wouldn't see anything with it. So
Yeah. Warping in
Second-
more
all
stalkers.
those bunkers would have gone down.
Second
but,
warping, but now it is 2-2 against no upgrades.
Cloak
I-
is done.
Oh my god! And he's not
Well,
even
will we see any
upgrading.
ghosts?
He's not even working on an upgrade. at
I
this
don't
point.
see any ghosts on the production tab.
I don't see any.
Yeah,
on the
we do
army
not
tab
have any
either.
ghosts on the way. 3-3 is on the way for Miro.
And no tech at all from our,
Yeah.
from Exit.
We've got a robotics bay coming up for Exit, so it looks like he's going to be going Colossuses.
And
or
third base
Colossi.
going. Ooh, hey, our first island goes down. For Miro.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
good some pretty good Widow Mine
Really
hits.
softening those zealots. Yeah.
Yeah.
unfortunately for
There
fans
is
of the
no
islands,
observer over the top.
it doesn't look like we're gonna see too much from it because I really don't see
Yeah, this
Exit
is,
holding off against this.
he might. I mean, it
Even
depends
if he
on how
holds off this attack.
on top of his warp-ins he is. But it's certainly not a good position.
Yeah, here's the thing: with 3-3 on the way and the Terran matching you base for base, Protoss is not going to be in a position they want to be in.
Yeah.
Like they want to be deathballing right now, and right now, even if they could deathball, they would just be so far behind on
Yeah.
the tech that
Exit down to
I don't think it would
58 supply.
Given that he's got 8 supply.
Oh,
worth
those
of
Widow
army, I think
Mines.
this game
Those
is
Widow
pretty much
Mine
over,
hits.
and yeah. This game is done.
work. Yeah. Exit with a couple of good moves right at the beginning, but isn't able to pull through with it. He's
Yeah.
going to be able to drive off this attack, but again, it's 3 upgrades on the way, and he just lost all of his
2-2
workers.
versus 0-0, all the probes
Mm-hmm.
running,
Yeah.
being kited back. Something apparently that was forgotten was
Miro over double
no,
exit
it
supply
is
at this
there.
point,
yeah,
and
I
with a
don't know
decisive
the
upgrade
analytics
advantage,
exactly.
I don't see this going well for exit at all.
Exit
No.
effectively, not even effectively, straight up mining off of one base.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a couple of workers pulling out the last couple minerals from his main, but that's it. The natural not mining
That's
at
heavily
all.
oversaturated. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm expecting a GG at any minute at this point. There's really nothing that exit can do.
I am too. That's one thing that could get him back. I highly doubt it will, given the
I
massive
don't see
supply
anything.
lead he has.
3-3 finally
is the
about to
fact
go
that
down.
Exit has a third base, whereas Miro doesn't actually have a third base.
Yeah, he
that's
does.
mining.
Okay, yeah.
Up on
GZ?
mining third. Yeah.
The heck is GZ?
I'm not sure. given the
GZ
fact that
noob.
it's followed by noob. I'd have to say that's some sort of insult.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
Eh.
I'm not entirely sure how
BM.
how this guy managed to get into
Classy.
platinum with the strategies like this.
Well, honestly, it was going
I
quite
don't
well
know.
for him. I think the decisive move of this match was those SCV pulls onto the bunkers by Miro. Had he not done that, his defense would have collapsed, and he probably would have had to GG out at about 18 minutes.
It would have been earlier than that, because if the bunkers hadn't still been there, then that would have been a very, very hard thing to hold in the first place, let alone, like, even if the bunkers weren't there for the Stalkers' early pressure, and
Right.
the SCVs weren't pulled there, then...
I was
again,
more talking
we've
about
seen
the
analogy.
against the large attack, which is about half Immortals, half Stalkers. The
Yeah,
one
yeah.
the one
No,
where
I
you
can see
remarked
what
you were
you're
surprised he didn't bring sentries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That actually does surprise me, because normally you'd see at least 1 or 2 sentries, and that makes the push so much more effective when you're trying to crack those bunkers. Because granted 3 bunkers is a lot to crack, but when you have 4 Immortals and even just 1 or 2 sentries with force fields, if the SCVs can't get the surround on or mass repair on those bunkers, they're going to drop, and you're almost guaranteed to win.
Right. Well, at any rate, disappointing turnout from Exit, taking down the 21-minute mark with a less than pleasant sign out, but this is the way of multiplayer games.
Indeed.
so-
Sometimes you just get idiots. Well, not
Yeah.
idiots, assholes, really.
You do.
Best of luck in
Okay,
your own
Los
gaming, though.
Amos.
May you hopefully run into less assholes.
Indeed.
Yeah, I
and,
do find it rather amusing though when they BM you and lose.
All right. Well, once again, I'm Jackson McKenzie,
And I've been Duhad.
And I am Miro.
and this is StarCraft 2.